Hi guys. Okay, so in my last video I said about my thyroid cancer story, how I was diagnosed and my appointments and the fact that it's ongoing. Halfway through the video I spoke about it being the good cancer because that's what I was told, and I said I'd go into it in a bit more detail. Basically what the doctors told me was that there's 5 top cancers that if you had a choice out of which cancer you would get, it would be one of those 5. Papillary thyroid is one of those 5. So apparently getting that, it's the good cancer apparently. I was also told it's the couch potato of all cancers because it does very little in long amounts of time. So basically, as far as I was aware, I had it for 5 months at least. And in that time all it had done was spread to 12 of the surrounding lymph nodes, and that's all it had done. So I suppose in a sense it lived up to its reputation, but cancer is cancer at the end of the day. It doesn't matter whether it's easily treatable or terminal, or you're going to be fighting to get rid of it for the next 5 years and then you're going to be fine. Cancer is cancer. It's scary. It can kill you, and regardless of how easily treated papillary thyroid cancer is, it is still deadly in its own little way. There isn't really anything that anyone can say that's going to make you think otherwise. As soon as they say the word cancer, it doesn't matter how easily treated it is, or how far gone it is, or how progressed it is, at what stage you're at. It is cancer. It's still scary, it's still life-changing, it's still life-threatening, and it's going to put your life in perspective. So basically when they told me that it was the one you wanted to get, I was quite insulted. Obviously I never said anything because of the fact I'd just been told I had cancer. I was still in shock, but it's still incredibly insulting to be told that basically the cancer you've got is no big deal. It is to a 22-year-old who has a 4-month-old daughter, 5-month-old daughter, that you've got cancer and you've got to deal with that, and they're making no big deal out of it. They're making no fuss out of it. It's easily treatable. This is what's going to happen. You won't have to have chemo. No, okay, I'm glad I didn't have to have chemo. I would have rather have not had cancer at all, to be honest. But I did get lucky. I know I got lucky because out of all the cancers that I could have got, out of all the cancers that I could have got, I got one that was easily treated. But there was still a chance that I could have got one of the worst cancers. I mean, there's 3 types of cancer. It might be 4. You've got papillary, which is like very bottom. Medullary, is apparently more common, and a little bit more stubborn to treat. It's more hereditary, runs in families. And then you've got anaplastic, which is the top one, which is incredibly aggressive and difficult to treat. And the survival rate is a lot lower than it is for papillary thyroid carcinoma. So I do understand that as far as thyroid cancer goes, I got one of the tamer ones, but at the same time I'm still insulted that the doctors find it acceptable to tell me that I got one of the best ones. It annoys me when people say it. For example, the other day, my dad was talking to my partner's boss about my cancer, which I don't mind, I have no problem. And basically, he even said that I was told that it was the couch potato of all cancers. And straight away I said that was an insult. I said that is an insult because cancer is cancer and they shouldn't have said that. I don't think it's very professional. I don't think it's acceptable. I think it's actually quite offensive, especially when you're the one that's actually got the cancer. Being told that you've got the best cancer. Yeah, okay, you've got cancer, but you've got the best cancer. It's insulting, it's rude. And I do think that they should probably rethink what they say before they say it. It is incredibly offensive because, I mean, I don't know, my scar starts here and it goes all the way round to here, so that's no big deal. So my scar is this big and that's no big deal. I've still got little spots. There's one right here from where one of my drains was, and the other one's further over. I think that one's actually healed a lot better. But my point is, they're basically shrugging off the whole ordeal. The fact that I've got a scar across my neck for the rest of my life, that's no big deal. See, now me personally, I found the whole ordeal quite traumatic, even though I stayed strong for my daughter, because obviously that's my choice, that's what I chose to do. I was still battling with it myself inside. It was mentally, physically and emotionally, it just took everything out of me. It was a very emotional battle, it was a very physical battle. I went back and forth on my feelings all the time. Some days I'd wake up and I felt fine, and other days I would wake up and feel like all I wanted to do was curl up and cry and just never stop. And I never actually allowed myself to feel anything. After the day they told me, I just shut everything off because it was better for me. I still haven't actually felt those emotions yet because it's still ongoing, which if you watch my other video you will you'll see that. I basically just wanted to make this video just to say to all those that have papillary cancer or any other thyroid cancer or any other cancer that's easily treated, if you've also been told that it's the best cancer to get, you're not alone, and you're not the only people that have been offended. I was offended, and there's quite a few people online that are offended by that term as well. There's actually a blog online, I'll try and post the link at a later date, basically talking about a Huffington Post's, like something that was written on there, saying that if your cancer was easily treated and that if all you had to do was take a pill and you were fine, then you have no place in commenting on this. And this woman went into a massive rant, a massive debate over the fact that cancer is still cancer. Regardless of how deadly it is or how easily treated it is still cancer. It is still terrifying. And I know I've repeated myself there, but I just wanted to get that point across to those that think that the people that suffered with thyroid cancer or are currently suffering with thyroid cancer, that it's no big deal because all they have to do is have a small operation and take a pill every day for the rest of their lives. For people that are going through it, it's really not that simple. Okay, yeah, now we have to take a tablet every day for the rest of our lives to prevent it, but that's still a constant reminder every day, and if we forget to take it we could end up very, very ill, very seriously ill. I have to keep on top of mine every day amongst my already completely hectic like day-to-day life, between going to college and raising my daughter and keeping our home tidy and clean and making sure that I can keep myself fit and healthy and eating and making sure my daughter is clean and healthy and she's eating, and battling with the constant thought that it could come back. I don't know if it could come back and it terrifies me, but basically people saying that, it just makes me feel really small, that my feelings don't matter. Taking a pill every day for me is incredibly difficult. I've never been great with keeping up with things like that, so the fact that I still manage to take it every day without problem is amazing for me. So I just wanted to let you guys know that you're not alone. You're not the only ones that feel that way, and there are plenty of other people out there that have suffered with this cancer or a cancer similar, or just any cancer in general, so you're definitely not alone. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware that the people that are saying, you guys that are saying that it is just an easy cancer and you should think yourselves lucky, cancer is still cancer, and it's still scary for us, just as scary as it is for you and anybody else that's had any other cancer. So just think before you say anything and actually take our feelings into consideration, because it's quite offensive.